I want to introduce you to Tiana Jones. She's 22. She's a pretty lady, but she was McMad. That's right. She had ordered fish fillet, a Happy Meal with a chocolate shake, a sweet tea, and a Sprite. It was a special order. She ordered it online. So when she arrives at the McDonald's at 92 and Cumbie to pick up her order, they have it ready, but because it was a special order, they confused some things, and they asked her, pull up to window 3. We'll fix it for you really quick. Well, she got McMad. And instead of pulling up at window 3, she parked and went inside, and she started having a conversation. I'll show you the video clip in just a minute. The whole event went on about 10 minutes. We've clipped it down to about 2. And the longer she talked, the madder she got. And in the process of all of this, she dialed 911. Did you hear what I said? She dialed 911 and complained about her order at McDonald's. So things went from bad to worse, and she got to knocking stuff off of the counter. Then she went behind the counter, and you'll see it, and grabbed the cups and started throwing them around. Her sister tried to get her out of the McDonald's. She wouldn't do that. Instead, she continued on her rant and her rage. You know, I don't know what was wrong with her that night. I don't know if she was like 2 fries short of a Happy Meal, or maybe it was she was short of the Happy Meal completely. But she created a McMess, and she acted like a McNut. But you know what she ended up? A McBurglar. That's right. Do you realize when she went behind that counter, continued to engage and hit the employees with stuff, she committed a burglary and an assault, which is a first-degree felony. Now, she has gone from only having 2 charges for no driver's license and a failure to appear, 3 misdemeanors, to now she has outstanding felony charges. She's not in custody. Her mom and sister cooperated with us. And at the end of the day, you can't believe it. On the way out of the store, after she had already announced to everybody she was 5 months pregnant, she pulled her shirt up to show everybody her stomach, and then twerked her way out of the store. You can't make this up. This is going to be McInteresting. Look right here. I'll narrate it. So here she comes because her order is not correct. She starts calm. She gets a little more animated. Whoop, she's getting McMad. Now they are offering to redo her meal, give her her money back, practicing big-time customer service to no avail. She's paying 0 attention. Well, here comes the 911 call, we believe. She might have also called her family in the midst of all of this. But we have a lot of it on a 911 call. You'll be able to hear it when we give it to the news media. There she goes assaulting him. She is not happy. But you won't be able to play it on the evening news. Now she comes behind. Look at this. She's out of control. Now her sister comes up. That's her sister. Her sister's trying to calm her down. That's not working too well. She has 911 dialed in. Now, understand we've cut this from 10 minutes to 2 minutes. There's a whole lot of other drama here. Now, she pulls her shirt up. There you go. There's a little twerk on the way out the door. See y'all later. And she leaves. We need to find her. She's running. She's hiding. She didn't get her Happy Meal or her fish sandwich or her chocolate shake or her sweet tea, but she managed to get herself into a lot of McTrouble. Now, I want to tell Tiana, when she comes to jail, we don't have any McDonald's. That's right. And we're not going to give her any golden arches, but we are going to give her a pair of silver handcuffs. And then when she eats, there are no wonderful chocolate milkshakes, no sweet tea, and no Sprite. We'll have this for y'all. Help us locate her. Call Crime Stoppers, 1-800-226-TIPS, and you can make money just by helping us find this lady who went McCrazy for no McReason.
Did she paid ahead of time?
She had paid. They offered to give her her money back. That didn't satisfy her. She was just out of control. Now, why did she do this? We don't know. But we're going to ask her just as soon as we arrest her, and we're going to do that sooner rather than later with your help.
Is she from Lakeland, sir?
She is from Lakeland. Her mother was in the parking lot. Her sister was in the parking lot. Her mother and sister were totally cooperative. They were mortified about the entire event. And at the end of the day, Tiana is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Can you explain, Sheriff, what elevated this from just a customer tantrum breakdown and being something criminal?
Sure.
What made that decision?
First off, when burglary is not just breaking into a place, it's remaining after you're asked to leave and committing a crime. So she went from the customer area to the private area to the employee area. There's pieces of this you don't see where she hit the employees with the cups and with other items as she was going through her tantrum. And once again, the whole event's about 10 minutes long. But it all started, and they're telling her, lady, we'll fix your order. We'll fix your order. And you saw her become more elevated. I would like to tell you that's symptomatic of being on drugs, but I don't know that. Maybe she is just hot-headed all the time. So anyway, she's in jail or going to jail, and she's going to pay a price for disrupting the store because the whole store ended up having to shut down to clean up and to be interviewed by our detectives and deputies.
Again, the specific charges she'd be looking at, Sheriff?
Yeah, she's looking at, it's in the press release. First, burglary with a assault, and I think they have her charged with trespass and criminal mischief. She just went nuts.
If the mom and sister were in the lot with her, did they say where they had been or give any indication, like what may have been a possible trigger for her about this order?
No, they didn't say anything like that. But they were cooperative, and we appreciate that they tried to calm the situation down. But there was no calming her down. She was in a McRage.
Did she leave on foot?
No, they took her in the car and left with her. And then some boyfriend or something was supposed to have picked her up. And along the way, we got a phone call that said, oh, we're from Rubenstein Law. Do you have any warrants? And so we called that number back, and nobody from Rubenstein Law wanted to talk to us. So I don't think they call people from Rubenstein Law. I just think that was a ruse to see how much trouble she was in. But at the end of the day, she is in trouble, and she's going to jail. And there's one thing that you need to understand in Polk County. We don't put up with that McJunk. It's not happening. We're going to put you in jail, and we're going to enjoy it. And we don't have any drive-through service either. You know, it's like a one-way trip at the county jail. All right? Y'all have, y'all, no one was injured. We had a couple of scratches and that sort of thing, but no significant injuries. Thank goodness.
This is a crazy call to 911, but I'm just wondering what percentage of calls, if you know, off the top of your head, are just wacky and clogging up the system?
Well, and once we investigate this, she may pick up calls about false report to 911 as well, because you don't call 911 because your order at a fast food restaurant has been messed up. So, but we get those calls from time to time. But there's further investigation to do. Once again, this happened last evening, Thursday evening, and we don't have her in custody yet. And the detectives have been working that case and other cases, so they'll grab all of the 911 calls, and she very well can be facing additional charges before this is over. Okay? All right, everyone. Have a great weekend. Take care. It's good to see you all again.
That's the most McDonald's puns I've ever heard in a press conference. I think that's the most McDonald's puns I've ever heard in one conversation, in one 10-minute span. McRage, McMad, 2 fries short of a Happy Meal, McJunk, McHothead. All for 22-year-old Tiana Jones of Lakeland, wanted on multiple charges for this outburst at a McDonald's over frustrations with an order that didn't go according to plan. You see 22-year-old Tiana Jones take a swipe at pretty much everything across that countertop, then decides to go back into the McDonald's, take out all the cups and throw them about. That's Tiana Jones' sister, according to Sheriff Grady Judd, trying to calm her down on her phone. I don't know if she's trying to record something. Very angry. We don't have audio of the incident because, as Grady said, if we did have audio, probably would have a lot of difficulty bleeping out all of the language to make it appropriate for your evening news. And then an exit that was caught on camera as well that you're going to see here in a moment. Yes, as Grady, to quote Grady, she twerked her way out of the McDonald's. The Facebook Live comment section with this story is McCrazy. I'll join Grady for at least one pun, but I'm going to let you know that all the details on this story are on WFLA.com, the WFLA app. They are trying to find 22-year-old Tiana Jones of Lakeland. They have obtained an arrest warrant for her. Charges of burglary with assault, criminal mischief, and disorderly conduct. Happening at 434 at the McDonald's, located on 92 East. Complaining to an employee behind the counter, and then eventually gets violent. The quote, the quote here, I'm reading the press release. The quote that they included in the press release, the official press release from the Polk County Sheriff's Office, is Tiana Jones calling 911 on her cell phone and telling the operator, quote, "I'm 5 months pregnant. These people don't know how to run a beep McDonald's." She called 911. I know I'm echoing what Grady just said, but she called 911 about a McDonald's order. I really appreciate all the people saying, have a good weekend. Happy weekend to you. Happy Friday. And Grady also said happy Friday. Happy Friday to wherever you are. But this is not some bizarre, weird alternate reality or some dream that you're currently in right now. This is reality. This happened, and they're looking for this woman, 22-year-old Tiana Jones of Lakeland, who twerked her way out of a McDonald's after throwing a temper tantrum for an order that didn't go according to her liking, and then called 911 because the order wasn't to her liking. Yeah, just again, this is real. This isn't a news spoof. This isn't something on your late night TV. This is real. This happened. But we do have some breaking news actually happening here in Florida, folks. So we got to get going here on WFLA Now. The latest on this story is on WFLA.com, the WFLA app. We have the latest there for you. And again, if you see 22-year-old Tiana Jones, or if you have information to her whereabouts, you are asked to call the Polk County Sheriff's Office at 863-298-6200. You can also call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-226-TIPS.